Good morning, students of class 9. You are welcome back to the classes now. Let us continue our lesson in geography. We are doing the title of the chapter is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. In our previous class, we have discussed about various types of plants and animals found in India and their numbers also. Since India is a vast country having distinct feature of land as well as regional climates, according to that we have various type of plants and animals found here. So now today we will talk about certain terms. The term flora is used to denote means to tell or indicate. The term flora is used to denote or indicate plants of a particular region or a period, that is called flora. Similarly, the species of animals, various species of animals are termed as fauna. They are termed as fauna, flora and fauna. So here these are the two terms. Now we'll talk about these huge diversity, these huge varieties of plants and animals. This animal and plant kingdom, you can say that, flora and fauna kingdom, is due to the following factors. It is due to a number of factors, and the factors are over here 1, 2, 3: relief, climate, ecosystem. So relief means land and soil. So climate, temperature, photoperiod means for how long the plant will receive sunlight. Especially in the plain areas we have longer period, but in the mountainous areas they have shorter period of sunlight, so that is called photoperiod. Temperature, photoperiod. Precipitation means rainfall, snowfall, hailstorms, blizzards. So climate comes under temperature, photoperiod, precipitation means rain. So these are the subtitles. Here is a title, here is a subtitle, here is a title, here is a subtitle, and ecosystem. So these three, relief, climate, ecosystem. We'll talk about today relief, land. We'll talk about land, and in our next class we'll talk about soil. So then we'll talk about climate. For climate we'll talk about temperature. Then after temperature, photoperiod we'll talk about. Then precipitation. So it has got different divisions. We'll talk about one by one, and only thing you need to pay attention. So today we'll talk about relief, land. Is A1. A, that is land. Land affects, relief means land. Land affects the natural vegetation. In our previous class we have talked about natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means the plants or the trees that grow without human help. They grow naturally, especially in remote areas where human beings they cannot go. So it is untouched by human beings. That's called natural vegetation. We have already learned. Land affects the natural vegetation directly or indirectly. Land affects the natural vegetation directly or indirectly. The nature of the land. Nature means hilly nature, flat, plains, deserts, plateau regions. The nature, type of land. The feature. The nature of land influence means affect the type of vegetation. You can see that's very clear. You go to the desert areas, you will find cactus. You will not find cactus over here all over. So due to the nature of the land, it affects or influences the type of vegetation. In the mountainous areas you will have different type of vegetation. Here we have different type of vegetation. Near the coastal areas you have very different type of vegetation. In desert areas you have different type of vegetation. So the nature of the land influences the type of vegetation. That is one, land. Now second, the fertile soil. Generally fertile soil is used for agriculture. Human beings, they settle and they start cultivating the land. The fertile soil is used for agriculture, but whereas the rough and Undulating. Undulating means uneven, not flat, uneven. Rough and undulating land which is not suitable for farming or cultivation. These areas develop grassland. These areas they develop grassland or woodland. Woodland means small forest, woods, where different types of animals, birds and insects, they live there. It will support different animals, birds and insects, these grassland and woodland. So this is the nature of the land. The nature of the land influences the type of vegetation, and the vegetation will support wildlife. So now this land. Now we'll talk about soil in our next class. We'll talk about relief, second soil. Here I'll write relief and I'll write soil. Then we'll talk about that. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Then after that we'll start one by one. So that's all for today. Thank you for your presence, for your attention, and only thing go through this properly, and you should not miss the online class. That's all for today. Thank you very much for your watching.